main movie. Here we are, 2026. We have got another super person, a super
Mm-hmm.
girl,
Mm.
on the big screen, and I don't know what to
What's
about.
wrong with you?
I don't know.
What's
I just
wrong,
like, you know what? I
what's
wasn't
wrong with
okay. Right,
you?
here's okay, all I'm going to say is
What's
I
wrong?
went into this. I went into this with zero expectation.
Mm.
I went into this movie with zero expectation because what was the last Spider? What did we? What was the last DC movie that we saw?
The last DC movie that we saw.
What was the?
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
What was the? Look, it's forgettable.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It would have been. Oh no, it wouldn't have been. No.
Was it Spider? Was it
Sui-
Superman?
the Suicide Squad with James Gunn one, or the one that had Harley Quinn like lead it? Kind of, was it that one? The Suicide Squad.
So when did
I can't
Superman come
remember.
out then?
Oh yeah, it was Superman. Yeah, yeah, last
It
year,
was
Superman.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was
Oh my
last year,
gosh, I
and
forget.
so obviously we've had so then there was that whole big thing. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get a new Superman movie. We're gonna get David
Mm,
Corrin Sweat. He's gonna be the new Superman. We've got what's his name playing Lex Luthor. You know who was great and everything. So again, good casting and everything like that. Some bits landed, some bits didn't land, and there was good bits like with Guy with the Green Lantern and everything, and that whole thing. Some bits were funny. For me, I was maybe my expectations were a bit high, and then it kind of delivered a bit low. So for me,
mm.
going into this movie, my expectations were low. Deval, there was only two people in the cinema screen watching this movie:
Is it? Oh
me
my
and a guy
gosh.
back over there at the row, and I was just like, "This is
Ah,
this is not looking good." I didn't see any
ah,
reviews. I went into the movie with an open mind.
mm.
And before I'm going to tell you what I think you know where I'm going to go with this. I want you to just drop a synopsis and then we're going to get into it.
Okay, so the synopsis of this is okay. So Supergirl, she is. I don't know. Is she actually Superman's cousin? I don't know if it's actually said. I don't know. But either way, Supergirl is not on Earth. She's out in space, living her life because she wants to sort of. She's trying to get over the loss of her home, Krypton, that blew up. All her, family, everyone she knows is dead, and so because of that, she is going around living and partying around planets that are around red suns. The red suns have got less power for Kryptonians, so it does so that basically they're like humans. They can get
Mm,
drunk, they can feel pain and
indeed.
stuff like that. But around the yellow sun, they are like super, basically like
Yeah.
Superman. So she's doing all this. She's basically just partying, no sort of responsibility. She's going through grief, and she doesn't really want to think about life too much, which is why, Superman's been calling her, saying, "Oh, come to Earth, come to Earth," and she doesn't want to go back to Earth. She's been to Earth for a bit, and she's left. Doesn't want to go back, sort of thing. Doesn't want responsibility. So
Because we
the
saw her
film.
at the end of Superman.
Yeah, exactly. And through the film, the flashbacks show that she did go to Earth. She went to Earth after Superman. Superman
Mm,
went to Earth as a baby, so he didn't really even know his parents or anything. He went as a baby, but Supergirl went to Earth, I would say maybe in her late teens or
yeah.
something like that. Maybe
Mm,
she was 17 or something. So she can speak Kryptonian. Superman
yeah.
can't. So yeah, she's been at Earth for a while and then sort of left, and the film sort of picks up with her living her life as a sort of just as a bit of a fun girl, really.
Space junkie.
Yeah, that's it. With Krypton, her dog as well. So that's where
Yeah.
the film kind of picks up, and then obviously. The start of the film, you sort of see a character called Ruthie and her family, her mum, dad, her brother. Her dad is a weapons maker of some sort, a blacksmith, and his weapons are highly sought after in the galaxy. So the enemy Krem comes to the house to take his weapons. In so doing that, he kills the family. She witnesses it, and that is the start of her journey to get revenge on Krem. And basically, she needs someone to help her to defeat Krem, and she bumps into Supergirl, who reluctantly agrees to help her on her journey because they've got a shared interest.
Mm.
She wants to kill Krem, this Ruthie girl, the little young girl, but then Supergirl, in her interactions with this Krem poisoned her dog, so she needs to get back at Krem to get poison to get the antidote
The antidote, yeah.
for her dog. So that's why they sort of got a sort of shared endeavor. But yeah,
Mm.
that's sort of nuts and bolts of it. Really, that's as
That is that
simple as it
is
gets.
that's as simple as it gets. And then obviously when you watch the movie, you'll see, the two of them, they go off on little journeys together. They're fighting bad
Mm,
people, and they get themselves into kind of sticky situations. And Ruthie, she's great. She's a good little, good little feisty little character and everything. And she kind of shows Supergirl's kind of lost her way, and
mm,
Ruthie's kind of there to kind of like be like, hey, you know what, you're a good person, and you can still do good, and she's, I guess Supergirl's kind of like still trying to find her feet and
mm.
get her back. The problem for me though, Deval, right, is I found the movie so flipping bland.
Yes, yeah,
Divaldo, there was number one, the villain was just some generic, just like
yeah.
one-sided, so
Boring,
lame,
boring,
boring.
boring, boring,
Like, oh
boring.
my gosh, Divaldo, that
Why do
villain
you
was.
keep coming to the scene going, hey,
He
like
just so happens
making
that
these noises? Like,
I know they're talking about him, and he just appears, and then it's just like, okay, he's there again. So it's like every single time they're just like, one thing leads to another thing, and then we're gonna get into that scene, and then it leads into that scene,
mm,
and then we're chasing him, and there's gonna be a big battle scene, and like, oh my, Devout, we like. He, the whole that whole the bridge is they called the Brigands or something like that. It reminded me of like a cheap like Mad Max knockoff. Like
mm.
there was like
Yeah,
one,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
there was
yeah.
so like I was thinking, are they trying to be the Mad Max people?
Mm,
Like, who knows? But for me, Divaldo, there was just so many things about this where I'm like, this is lazy. The
mm,
dialogue is just lazy, boring, doesn't really kind of get into the heart of the Kara character. And here's the thing where I'm pissed off with James Gunn. Divaldo, this is no joke. I swear to God. James Gunn said that The Flash was one of the best movies he's ever seen, right? He said this. He lied.
he
He
had to say
said,
that. Yeah, it's bullshit. He had
exactly.
to say that.
He said that this is one of the best scripts he's ever read for this Supergirl movie.
Supergirl.
I'm telling you, this
Come on,
guy
mate.
needs a slap.
Come
I'm
on,
telling
mate.
you.
I can't believe this got commissioned. I mean, the director, because this was directed by Craig Gillespie, but obviously James Gunn oversaw it all. He
Yeah,
directed I Tonya. I Tonya is a really good film.
he's an
You
Australian
know,
director.
yeah, it's a really good film. That is I Tonya, and this. Then the writer for this film. This you'd be surprised at this. Yeah, the writer is Anna Noguera.
Don't know who that is.
Anna Noguera, her film credits. She used to be an actress, from what I understand. Has done a few TV shows and a few shorts and stuff like that. Writing credits is one other short film, and this,
Wow.
yeah,
She got
one
this
one
gig.
other short film, and this. That's the writing credits right there.
This
So
is a massive gig.
yeah, I don't know how. I mean, fair play to her. She got this.
She got
But
it. She got
I
it.
just
And
don't.
what was James Gunn doing overseeing this? Like he must have been overseeing
Mm,
over this for the last 2 or 3 years. Um,
yeah,
the only positive thing for me, the only thing that made me kind of like, okay, oh, notice thing was when we get
Lobo.
Lobo.
That's
That
what
was
people have said. Yeah,
even then. It was like Jason Momoa doing Jason Momoa. It
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. It
it
could have been
wasn't like
Aquaman. I mean, it could have.
exactly.
It's all the same, isn't it? The funny thing was Jason Momoa. Yeah, I think his best ever performance is Carl Drogo, and he doesn't. He hardly speaks English in that. In that, no, because to speak Dothraki and to
Yeah.
obviously be Carl Drogo in that,
Mm,
we didn't know who he was, but
no,
he was wicked in that.
I know, I
That
know.
was that must have been hard to do. But everything else, I mean, fair play to Eddie. I mean, he gets the roles, he gets the money, he's
Mm,
enjoying himself, rock and roll. He seems like a
yeah,
nice guy. But I just think Lobo was fun, but again,
yeah.
pointless.
Pointless.
Supergirl was really not that super, and the character didn't really show me anything that that I really wanted to see.
I
Even
know.
the Roofy girl. I mean, everyone in it didn't need to happen. It was like Guardians of the Galaxy. I could see
Yeah,
James Gunn's footprint all over this. The music and even her
100%.
coat. Her coat was like Star Lord's. The
Yes.
brown coat, and you see the headphones, the orange
That's
Sony
pink.
headphones from the 80s. It's
That is
like,
pinched
come on,
from
man.
Guardians. Also,
Yeah.
why in space do they know all songs that are from England?
Oh,
Oh, so sorry,
thank you,
from
thank
Earth.
you. They're singing "The Girl from Ipanema" in space. When I heard that, I was
What?
like,
They go into this bar, and then
"Oh
he goes, "Yeah, play
my
some music," and I'm like, "But that's like a
gosh!"
famous like Brazilian like song.
Thank
How do they
you,
know that?"
thank you. There's at least in Star Wars we got some like some other language. I
Yeah.
don't. The girl from Ipanema in
What was
space.
going on?
Yeah.
And then I was just like,
Nah,
okay.
mate.
And
No,
then
no,
there's
no,
a
no, no, no,
scene.
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
I
no.
know.
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
It
mm-mm,
felt
mm-mm,
like as if
mm-mm,
she was trying.
mm-mm,
I'm not convinced about Millie. Look, she's in
mm-mm,
She's in the House of the. She was in House of the Dragons actually.
mm. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
She's good in that. She's good
she
in
was
that.
great in
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't think she didn't convince me as Supergirl. If I'm being
No, no,
honest,
no, 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 no. Mm-mm, mm-mm,
there was something
no.
missing in this movie, and it had to do with the story, the dialogue,
Mm,
the act, the casting. There were just so many things that were going on, and I just didn't feel it. I didn't buy it, man. Duval.
mm,
And this
mm.
is, you're talking about a movie that's they spent 250 million on it.
Which, I mean, look at Obsession. Look at Backrooms. Spent a fraction, and they're gonna make so much more money. These big studios need to learn, man, because this is not enough. Even in my screening, there wasn't a lot of people as well. I am not going to see this again.
Oh
I
man.
usually see these films once or twice, twice I say, but I'm not watching it again. Doesn't need to
Um,
happen.
so we had from Marvel, we had the Marvels, and we had like
Mm.
Madame Web, and we
Yeah,
had
yeah, 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 yeah.
um I'm just trying to think. Madame Web was really poor for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, 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 yeah. That
uh,
was.
I'm just trying to think, is this on par with that, maybe a bit
I wouldn't. I
better?
wouldn't say. I wouldn't say, but it's just. It's not far off that.
Yeah,
It's not far off that. But yeah, it's a bad attempt. And again, the actors are not bad. The actors in this are not bad.
yeah.
I don't. I'm not cussing them. I think it's the material. And as an actor, you don't turn down a big role like this in a big budget.
No.
You don't turn it down, so I can't put it on them. But the material, the writing wasn't good, and yeah, I just think they had a missed opportunity here, man.
uh, and it just kind of makes me think, because obviously Warner Brothers, they're going through this merger
Mm,
with Paramount.
Paramount,
So
yeah,
do you know if this is going to affect any of the DC universe, like James Gunn stuff? Because he had a plan for 10 years.
yeah. I think that's that. He needs to go back to the drawing board because I don't think because this is going to do worse than Superman for sure. Superman didn't do great.
No.
This is going to do worse than that. I guarantee you that. And people are going to
Yes.
blame. They're going to say, "Oh, it's
Word of mouth.
because she's a woman or whatever."
No.
No, we'll go.
Nothing.
People, men, women, everyone will go to see a film if it's good. Regard. Look at Obsession. That's proved it. No marketing, shoestring budget, good film. It's still in
Yeah.
the cinema. It's
I
coming out
know.
on digital download in 2 days' time, and it's still in the cinema. Look at
Yes.
Michael. Michael's done nearly 1 billion. That's still in the cinema, and it's on digital download. People are
Yes.
like that. Will that
Yeah.
a good
A-
films?
and the controversy around Michael Jackson is still done. Like, you know what?
I'm telling you,
That's what I'm
good
saying.
films. People will go and watch.
You know, no way are we cussing. We're
Mm,
not like you and I. We're not guys where we're like, oh, is this a woman? It's a chick flick. Is this and
mm, mm,
like with pushing some sort of agenda? No, 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 no. That's not who we are.
mm.
We we love movies. We just want to see a well written, well rounded. We want to see a villain.
Yeah,
Divaldo,
a proper
this
one. Yeah,
this
yeah,
villain was
a
like
smart one.
D grade.
Mm, a smart one. Yeah,
Like, how could you have Supergirl
yeah.
come up
Give us a
against a
good one.
villain like that, man? No. So for
Some
me,
bog
real
standard.
letdown.
Mm.